Yo, what's up, guys? BeatsbyHcien again, in case this is your first time. And if you're an artist or you're a music producer, please come closer, come closer. So, yeah, you're a music producer and you try to work with an artist globally and you don't know how to keep it smooth and professional. You want to stick true to the end of this video. So, I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks and as well advice on how you can go about working with an artist, both remotely, both physically. And trust me, this is both for artists and music producers, as you get to learn one or two things by the end of this video. And if you like videos like this, make sure you drop a like, make sure you comment your thoughts. Without wasting much time, let's get straight into the video. So yeah, we're going to be talking first about setting up for success. And one of the key ways that we need to do this is by communicating. How do I mean that? So yeah, one of the things you want to do is to send using DMs, email, and other platforms, and you want to send them messages professionally. Do you get? Because I see some people want to send message and you start saying, good afternoon, how are you doing? Hope you are good, hope you are fine, how is everything going? Or sometimes some people will just send message and just say, hi bro, sup bro. No, you don't want to do that when you're trying to communicate with the artist, especially for the first time. You want to make sure you're sending a very good message, make it concise, make it clean, make it like when they read your message, you just go straight to the point, the reason why you're messaging them. And if you have some beats back for them, make sure, and also before you're doing this, you've carefully listened to the kind of beats that the artist likes, so that you don't just end up sending some random beats, and you expect the artist to just jump on it. So you want to make sure of that you've listened to the kind of beat he likes, and then you just basically do something close to it and you send your message. Maybe you can join my Telegram group, and I'm going to be dropping like a message PDF or something that you can be using to like send out DMs to artists that you like. Make sure you have a good beat though. So you just want to go straight to the point, tell them why you're messaging them, and if they reply, you send them the beat pack that you made for them, and they listen, and if they like it, you continue the conversation from there. So now, let's say for instance they agree to work with you based on after they've listened to the song. So now you have to define the expectations. Define the expectation in the sense that you want to like define how the work process is going to be, how long it's going to take, how you work. Do you want to send him the beat, he voice, then you just finish up, then you send it to him to listen, how many times you're ready to alter the mixes so that everything goes smooth without issues. Do you get? So you want to be precise and define the expectation of what working with you is going to look like. Do you get? So that's the next thing you want to do. So yeah, also make sure at the initials, if you would like to have royalties, you want to put that in when the whole job is getting ready. You want to make sure you let the artist know that you're going to take some certain amount of royalties. So at the end of the day, it's not going to look like, oh, all of a sudden now you're bringing the royalties, blah 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 blah. So you want to bring that the first conversation is when you guys have decided, okay, the beat is going where the guys jumped and then everything is going smooth. So you want to also tell the artist if you'd like to take some royalties. One key thing I did starting up was basically working with artists for free. Yes, I'm music producers. You ask, should I work for free? There's a time you work for free. Trust me, every music producer did that. I did that. There was a time I was working for free. Till today, I still work for free for some artists, but I'm making sure that I am collecting royalties. Do you get? Because at the end of the day, that's also important. It's a way you still make something from it because you invested your craft into their music or their talent. So yeah, you want to make sure that you also discuss the royalty split. If you're going to be doing that, or if you're going to want just the one-time payment without that, just make sure you are actually straight with your conversations. So let's say you want to work remotely with this artist and you're trying to figure out how am I going to work with the artist. What you want to also know is to know the kind of DAW that they're using. If they're using FL Studio, then it's basically simple. If it's a case of sending them the project file, you just send it to them. If it's a case of just sending them the stems, you just send it to them. So you want to basically know what DAW they are using. But I always advise, if you're sending stems to artists remotely, maybe he's over there, you're somewhere else, the easiest way is just to send stems. That way he's going to have everything. If he's going to be mixing it himself though, do you get what I'm saying? But if he's not going to be mixing it himself, you can just send him the wave and just make sure you put in the BPM and everything everything inside, and he can just vibe and send it back to you. But in a situation whereby you want it to be a remote session, whereby you are seeing everything that he is doing, you can use tools like Audio Movers or Zoom, or probably even a video call, so that you're both in this section, you're both vibing and listening to what's happening, remotely. Because I feel technology have changed, do you get it? So you have to utilize it as much as you can. And if you're still confused on how you can send large files, you can use WeTransfer. WeTransfer only takes like 2 gigabytes. Secondly, you can also use MediaFire. MediaFire, I think it gives for free 10 gigabytes. And I think you can also use Mega Drive, but I wouldn't really advise that. So yeah, you can send your files through that, and if you feel like you want to do the whole work remotely, you want to be in the session, even if you are not there, you can use some other softwares like Audio Movers, like I said. Zoom also is a very good platform to use to engage with the artists. Then you can also use Session Wire for live feedback. You get what I'm saying? So you can just use all of these, and trust me, the whole session is going to go smoothly. So yeah, another thing you want to do that most people can ignore is organization. Make sure if the artist says send stems for me, make sure you are labeling it: bass, kick, snare, hi-hat, piano, all of this. Make sure you label it so it's easy for the artist in a situation whereby he wants to give it to another engineer to like mix it. Because trust me, that's the pain in it. It's a very big pain when you send them a stems and they have to start renaming everything. So you want to make sure you do this, please. Organizing is very important. If it's in a situation whereby you have to send the artist the stems, I would advise, strongly advise you do that. Now, the next thing also you want to talk about is like reference track. So you want to make sure probably the artist vibes something and you feel like, or maybe you want to work with the artist and you can just tell the artist, what are you vibing on? And the artist can basically send you a reference track of what he's on right now, and you can just use that. This is in a situation whereby you feel like, I don't really know what to do to this particular artist beat. You can just seek for a reference. And also when you're mixing, after the artist has vibed, you can also try to like get a reference track that sounds similar to what the artist had done. Of course, you've listened to his songs and vibes, so you use that to create yours. So you want to pick a reference track so that even when you're creating around it, it's not going totally away from what the artist likes. It's going to be almost similar. So having a reference track, not just for making beats and also for mixing, is very important so that your mix gets to sound same level as the reference track. Most people always try to like, don't use this reference track. I fall victim to that sometimes, but I feel like once in a while it's very good to bring in the reference track, especially when you are mixing the track when you're done with the artist. I strongly recommend that. So the next thing for the workflow is going to be feedback loop. You want to make sure you are getting feedback as much as possible. Make sure you're setting deadlines for the feedback so that the work is not going to be too long. Send yourself, you're listening to you, you're giving a feedback, tell him when you're going to send it to him, let him tell you when him or her is going to send it to you. You just want to keep getting feedback. And with that, everything is going to be good. Trust me, collaborating with an artist, especially when it is remote wise, trust me, it is very important to have patience. Patience is the way to go, because sometimes there can be a little bit of misunderstanding, but that's music. People misunderstand to understand. So you want to put that in your head as well. These are some of the things you want to avoid when you're collaborating with an artist remotely or physically. You want to make sure you're giving them feedback. Don't just ghost them. Do you get? Once they send you something and they need corrections for it, you want to make sure that you tell them, oh, this is when you're going to get it. Or maybe when the day reach when they are not going to get it, you want to tell them, oh, please, this is the reason why you were not able to get it. So you want to make sure you're communicating. You want to make sure you're not ghosting them, because that can be a little bit unprofessional sometimes. So you want to make sure you put that into your workflow. Make sure you're always updating them on what's happening, and also make sure that they're always trying to update you as well. Very important. Also, one mistake people do is when you listen to the artist vibe, you don't even know if this artist you are listening to, if it is your kind of vibe. Because trust me, you want to make sure that what he's feeling is what you are feeling. And this will really take you guys a long way. So please, I want you guys to always understand this. As much as you want to work with an artist, as much as you're trying to be diverse, like you want to work on every track, you want to make sure that you and this artist that you're about to work with remotely or physically, you don't have any creative difference. So you want to make sure that this artist is going in the same frequency. Trust me, if you have that, the session is going to be smooth. So that's like one common mistake that I feel like people do, and I feel like we should try to correct that. Now, when you're trying to work remotely, don't overcomplicate things. That is one thing most producers do. Don't overcomplicate your beats. Trust me, give room for the artist. As soon as you send him that beat, let him create with it. Most I always say, make your beat 50%, send it to the artist. As soon as they vibe to it, then you can now complete it, guys. Very important, because I see many music producers, you make a beat and you choke it, like listen to the beat, the artist don't even know what to voice anymore. It's like you've already made the song. So please, as much as you're trying to collaborate with artists physically or remotely, make sure the beats that you are sending to them is having some space for vocals to shine. And after that, you can now basically start adding some beats, adding some things to now help to complement what the artist is singing. So make your beats, make them as easy, as simple as possible. Like I always say, less is more. So guys, you want to make sure you heed to that advice. So now the final touches and releases. The first one, you want to ensure that the mix is right. You want to go back and forth. But trust me, some artists, they worry sharp. But at the end of the day, you producers, man, you just have to be patient and know how to advise your artists. Because trust me, some artists then be mixing engineer, so they always want to tell you these are should be, these are should be. You should know how to be professional and always try to always guide and also try to advise them on what the track needs. Because yes, some artists are actually good by knowing what they want, but sometimes doing that can now ruin the whole track and ruin the whole workflow between you and them. So you want to make sure that you be professional as much as possible and make sure the final mix comes out right by advising and listening together and making sure you try to bring in the idea to the artist as much as they try to bring in the idea to you as well, because it's like a collaborative effort. So you want to make sure you take the time to mix it. Make sure you take the time to be able to advise your clients so that everything works well and the mix comes out right. Because trust me, this is where problem comes most of the time. Artists can tell you, oh, this is loud, this is low. Oh, I want this to go here, I want this to go here. You want to be able to say, no, this is good, this is dope. I remember Quincy Jones, I think he's a Michael Jackson producer, when he said there was one of Michael Jackson's song that something like that, and it was that Michael Jackson said he didn't like it, and he was like, no, he wants it to be there. And trust me, that particular sound became the sound for the song. Do you get what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you are able to stand firm for what you feel is right for the track, and you are able to professionally advise your artist. And as much as you're also working with the artist, you want to make sure if you have some promotional ideas, you want to make sure you tell the artist so that the both of you get to work together and see how you can make the whole song come to pass. Because at the end of the day, promotion is very important. If it's an artist that is not financially capable, you want to let them know how content is the new money. Yes, I said it. Music, visual content is the new money for up and coming music artists and music producers. So if you don't have a lot of money to promote your song, you want to be shooting content as much as possible. You want to be in your audience faces as much as possible. That even if they don't like your song, at the end of the day, they don't learn out. Do you get? So yeah, you want to be able to plan, because what's the point of making music and at the end of the day, you use it as cola nut for you and your friends? So you want to find ways to push the music. Don't just make the music and give it to the artist and you feel like you've done your best. No, you as a producer as well, try to push your artist. Try to make sure everything works well for the both of you. Very, very important. And for this as well, you can also use the WhatsApp call, Zoom call, whatever way you can remotely if you're not in the same place, so that you guys get to communicate, and have conversations on how you get to promote the track. I highly recommend this. So yeah, before the upload is being done, you want to make sure that every credit is done properly. If you're taking your percentage, if they're going to give you credit for your music production, because artists know they give producers credit. I don't know why most up and coming artists don't give producers credit. Trust me, I go on Spotify, I listen to some nice song, and I'm like, oh wow, who produced this? I go produce by, I don't see anybody. So please, as a music producer, you want to make sure you tell the artist to give you your credit, because at the end of the day, that is one thing that you actually need. So I feel like that's one thing that we all have to try our best to let our music producers, our artists know. And artists are bare. Maybe when they try, yeah. try to give your producers credit. Very important for their work. At the end of the day, you want to appreciate who made the song, and also you as the artist, put your name in the songwriter as well. So yeah, that's basically it. Tell me if you like content like this. I just wanted to, like, I felt like maybe I should do this video, telling you guys what to do if in case you want to work remotely or physically with an artist. Nothing serious, just a simple video, just me thinking, man. I was like, okay, let me just make the video, and I hope you guys really enjoy this video. And yeah, remember to join the Telegram channel where I'll be dropping maybe how to negotiate with artists and all that. And with that being said, till I catch you guys in the next video. Peace.